Buff Nation, I got an interesting theory to share with you guys. Nobody's talking about this really. So, y'all smash that like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And if you disagree, of course, get in the comments. Let's have a fun discussion about this. But I spoke about this a little bit yesterday on my show with Russ. Go subscribe to Buffs News Weekly. We were frustrated about how there's just been no talk of change coming out of this Utah obliteration last week, 53-7. However, there has been one change. Not really anybody's talking about it. We mentioned it a little bit on the show, but didn't really dive too deeply into it. Well off media, Bucky Deion Sanders Jr. has not posted any videos this week since the video covering the Utah game. This is interesting. Now, maybe it's just punishment. Maybe we're not good enough. Maybe Bucky's sick. I don't know. But I do wonder. It's been a little too quiet out of Boulder this week to where I've been frustrated, right? But maybe this is all because Julian Lewis is starting this week for our Colorado Buffaloes. Maybe this is the week that we have finally made the change. Kaidon Salter has been benched now a couple times this year. Ryan Staub coming in to run the fourth quarter. And it wasn't just, trust me, I'm not putting last week's game on Kaidon at all, like 100% on him. He's just part of the problem. Our roster has not been good enough. But if there's one change that you can make to kind of reinvigorate the team, get them all focused, aligned, maybe it's putting in a pretty promising young player at the quarterback position and see if it can spark something, right? And especially with the game being played where it's just, Caden just could not hit a hot read to save his life. Now, some of that is obviously on coaching. How can you not coach that? It's ridiculous. But if Pat Shermer's still going to be around here, no reports of him being fired, sadly. Maybe you do make a change at the quarterback position, and this would be the time to make it, I think, ideally. And RK on DNVR has brought this up as well. This is the right time to do it. Look at the schedule we got left. Home against Arizona this weekend. On the road against West Virginia. Then at home against Arizona State. And then finishing on the road against Kansas State. So these next 3 games, which Julian Lewis has 3 games left to play for his redshirt season, if they want to redshirt him. I think it makes so much more sense to start him in this 3-game stretch we have right now. Home against Arizona, on the road against West Virginia, which is one of the worst teams in the Big 12, and then home again against Arizona State. This is a Buffs team that plays much better at home than on the road. I mean, we've seen that. We don't have a road victory yet this year. So, and then you can decide based on how Julian's playing. Do you want to keep him as the starter for that 4th game to end the season, which would be his 5th game playing in and burn the red shirt? Or do you just want to go with Ryan Staub or Kaidon Salter in that last game? Maybe with bowl eligibility's on the line, that changes things. But again, I think if you're looking at a true freshman quarterback, a guy who should be a senior in high school, but 5-star talent, right? I would want him playing 2 out of his 3 games at home. Wouldn't you? I don't think it makes any sense to play him on the road more than at home. And that's why I'm wondering. Maybe this is the week we finally see him. Everybody in Boulder's had their lips shut. Usually we get a report by now on who is going to be starting for us or if there are any changes, right? We heard about Kaidon Salter, about Ryan Staub, who these guys or which quarterback would be starting in the weeks leading up to the games. It'd be announced by Tuesday, Wednesday from somebody in the media. That isn't the case this week. Maybe this coaching staff that I feel like is not given nearly as much as Coach Prime is given to this team. Maybe they're actually stepping up and keeping their lips shut for once. Maybe this is Julian Lewis's week. I would like to see what we have. What's the point of having a redshirt year when you're a phenom like him if you played 2 drives against Delaware? That's a waste of a redshirt year. Let's get him some game experience, even if he's not fully ready. I don't care, man. When you got Julian Lewis out there, all of a sudden my expectations change. It's less about the wins and losses this year, and it's more about let's see the flashes that he can show going into his redshirt freshman year. Let's look to the future. Let's see our young players play well. Let's see how it looks. How does he command the offense? How does he look in the pocket? How are his reads looking? Things are going to be inconsistent with a true freshman quarterback. It's going to be up and down, right? But what you want to see are still those high moments. And that would be a lot of fun to see. And I think you have to see some of that stuff before you're going into next year. You guys could say, well, maybe the plan was for him to sit all year. Maybe so, but I'll tell you right now, the plan wasn't for us to be 3-5 right now. Absolutely not. Things change. I want to see what he can do. You might say, well, Dave, what if he doesn't look good? Does that hurt recruiting? I think it hurts recruiting even more continuing to not play him with the product that we're getting on offense right now. I want to see what he can do. I'm not scared to see what these players can do. I'm not. This isn't week 2 of the season. This isn't week 3 of the season against Houston. We're talking about the last stretch of the season. Yes, bowl eligibility is on the line. And honestly, I think Julian could provide a spark that could help us reach bowl eligibility. I really do think so. It's not like we've been getting tremendous quarterback play this year at all. So what do you got to lose? Do you guys think I'm onto something here? Are you guys with me? What do you make from Well Off Media not posting any videos? Reach the people, not posting any videos. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Got some traveling to do tonight. I will not be available for an in-game stream this weekend. They didn't earn it, by the way. And I'll try and get my post game done sometime Saturday night. It might be Saturday morning. We'll have to see. But hopefully the Buffs get the win against Arizona. I got them winning 27-24 off of just pure gut feel. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you guys. Let's hope we see some real change this Saturday.